FRV, and they coordinate, and obviously the and the 802 here, this is one of 14 fixed-wing flybombing aircraft in the state. That doesn't include the RJ85 and the Q400 at Avalon, so we change of pilots and they can share the resources. So
the Canadian pilot I know was actually out here on the RJ.
Yeah.
So he's just gone back home, but he said he'll be back out in September, so I'm hoping to catch up with him.
Now as Steve goes past, we think about him sitting at a fire the ground crews, whether it's Forest Fire Management or CFA or FRV, have been alerted by the pager or a phone call and they're heading to that fire. And Steve's loaded and off he goes and takes off as well. Very loaded. So he's capable of 3,200 litres of water. You know, that's over 3 tonne that he's carrying there. Today he's got about 2,500 litres of water on. And we run all of the ground crews on the ground. We'd be talking to them and saying, all right, where do you want this drop? We'll be coordinating with those. He'll come through, he'll turn his siren on, and then he'll do the drop. Now, if the wind was blowing our way, we might all get a shower today, but it's not in our favour.
After today, in the heat, I could probably do with a shower before driving home. But siren on the aircraft, I know a few people who wish they had that on their Cessnas.
Well, the siren is to warn the crews, and we always make sure from a safety point of view that the ground crews are clear, because you can imagine 3 tonne of water being dropped on someone or dislodging branches. I'll just pause there for a minute because he's inbound for the drop. You'll hear the siren and then he'll open the doors. So Steve would do that drop like he's just done, and that we strung that out. We'd have the second aircraft in the circuit with him. He'd see where he dropped, and then we'd say, okay mate, we want you to tag on and extend to that, or we want you to roll up to that drop, or we want you to go to another.
Yep, that's the one.
When Dusty Cropop actually got himself a set of floats.
That's right, you got the Fireboss floats.
And you see the agility of these aircraft. I mean, it's incredible the way they can operate. He's just coming back in now to have a bit of a look and simulate what it might be if he's doing doing some ag work. But it's a very impressive aeroplane, very agile, and these guys, as I say, part of the Victorian fleet, which is part of a national fleet. That we contract through AFAC and a company called the National Aerial Firefighting Centre. And we always are looking at improvements in technology and doors and drop patterns, and we know when his door opens and closes, we know how many hours he's been flying. We track everything now. We're always looking at innovation and research and development to do continuous improvement in our fleet.
Well, like you said, the new process now where when the crews are on the ground are rolled, so are the aircraft, rather than wait until it gets out of control. That's brilliant.
That's right, and what we want to, as the fire services, we actually want you to never hear about fires, because it means we got out and put them out before they got big.
Exactly.
Now, that's unrealistic because of all sorts of factors, but aircraft have made a huge difference in getting out in rapid initial attack, and this is, an 802 is one of the key tools that we use for that attack.
I remember I was up at Williamtown, New South Wales, and there was a fire near the airport a few years back, and was watching the 737 and the BAE 146 come up from Richmond, watching a couple of seats and a Fireboss that were coordinating everything. And actually it was very interesting. We got a little bit of dust swell on the path that we went through. Put the propeller into reverse.
See how it goes. You might come back just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you're still able to fly one of these, would you want to sell them? Absolutely, that's great. But no, so that's our 802, one of the key tools in our fleet and to support our fantastic crews, particularly our volunteers on the ground. And so it's been great to come up and say that to you today, and we thank Steve as well for what he's done.
I think fantastic. Well, Commander Wayne Reid, thank you so much for joining me on the commentary spot. I think we're about to move on to a civilian departure and then the next display. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, we just